So it's hard to be brave sometimes. And I believe in being brave and being free to explain what I do. And I find that I kind of have to do this a little bit often, more often than not. People are really confused about professional platonic touch and cuddling. So I want to introduce it to you. Each video, this is what I'm trying to do. So in my effort to be brave and to be free to explain this over and over again, we're going to watch Ben Shapiro. I don't know much about Ben, and I'm sure he's a lovely person. And as a talking head for a conservative show, of course, I assume that most conservatives who are in that field, right, in that kind of business, this is what they do. They find things to hate and they talk about it and they rant about it. So I want to listen to it, and I want you to listen to it with me and kind of get to the heart of it and get to the my best explanation to what I'm hearing. So we're going to hear it together. I'm going to do a screen share and see how it goes, and we'll talk about it together. Oops, as things are beeping everywhere. All right, Ben, let's see what you have to say.
All right, first thing that I hate. I meant to do this last week. Now I have to do it. There was a video that came out showing professional cuddling. I talked about it a little bit, but I need to actually show you the video of the professional cuddling. This is just horrendous and never should happen in the planet. These are people.
All right, I'm going to stop and talk about this. So this is horrendous, and it should not happen on the planet. I'd love to create, if you want to create a list for me or tell me what your thoughts are, like what are things that you would consider horrendous and should never happen on the planet? Famine, death, slavery, kidnapping, sexual assault, abuse. I mean, I can create a list of horrendous things. I'm having a hard time understanding how this is horrendous, but let's continue.
People who are being hired to cuddle with other people, like strangers. It says this person is a total stranger to me.
I want to talk about this word stranger. Of course, it is used in the original Business Insider video, a stranger. And I think that's probably where Ben and I first differ. And I probably even Business Insider, when they talked about a stranger, differ from me because I don't cuddle strangers. I don't touch strangers. That's like absolutely not in my job description. I have, that's not something that I do. I know everybody that comes through the door and I have a session with. I know every single person. They're no longer a stranger. And so I think that it's important to distinguish that part.
Her job is to give people cuddles. She's a professional cuddlist.
During a cuddlist session, it's a safe space. It's a space where they get to explore touch. More likely than not, they're not getting the level of touch that they need in their everyday life.
I'm just about to go for my very first cuddlist session, and personally, I have been going through a tough time lately, so I'm very curious to see if this session will help me in any way.
His face is too funny, isn't it? Everyone loves
the session starts by setting some ground rules. She asks you to think about what you're most comfortable with. As a first-timer, becoming relaxed wasn't easy. Because why do you have a stranger's... It says, how would you like me to join you? And she's like, I wouldn't. It says, I had to rely on this Cuddle Sutra book for inspiration. Okay. No. It says, yes, it's pretty awkward.
You want to interlock hands? Yeah.
Okay, then this goes on. It gets better with time, though. Why would you... Why? Sorry. What?
All right, so we're going to stop there. Okay. Why? Man, at this moment, I just really wish that I could have the hundreds of clients that I've seen stand here before all of you and tell you why. And I don't think there's a word that I can say exactly that will convince Ben or people that, kind of find this really bizarre and gross. I don't think I can explain it other than touch is a tough thing to get nowadays. And this is what my TEDx talk was about, which hopefully you'll see next month. It is difficult to access touch in a way that people feel safe and that they can trust. And wouldn't you rather go to a professional than ask someone who you're just like, oh no, they may get the wrong idea if I ask for a hug? Or, because you're looking for someone who truly know, like, nothing's gonna come of this. It's a set time. It's controlled. That seems really good. That feels good to me. That I know what's supposed to happen. The expectations are really clear. But if you go, even if, let's say, those of you who are in a relationship and you go and you ask your partner, hey, let's spend some time touching or cuddling, or can I hold you? What's going on in both those minds can be completely opposite and different. And unless you're fantastic at communicating, I guess it can be really difficult. When you walk into a session with me or with someone who does this work, you pretty much know what you're getting. If you come up with different intentions, come into it, then yes, like, you're going to have that same dynamic that can happen in some relationships. But here, at least you know what the expectations are. You know what you can get, and you also know what you can't get. That's why. You know what that means? There's freedom. Let's hear that again. There's freedom when you know what you can expect, and you know that you can ask for something and know you're going to get a clear yes or no. That's freedom. A moment where you can be with someone again and it's clear is freedom. So I know that's what I want. This is what you get. So that's why, Ben.
Yeah. Okay, so we're living in a society where we're worried about sexual harassment and sexual abuse. You hire a professional cuddlist, a rando, to come over your house, and they're professional. What makes you a professional cuddlist? Like, what makes you good at this?
Let's answer that. Not everybody is good at this, right? You can throw your ad on Craigslist or, go out there and tell people this is what you do and try to do it. And I think what makes people good at it is actually the clients that say, you're actually really good at this. There is a sense of having an ability to hold a space, to be really strong, but also very nurturing. I have both of those. I can be extremely strong and hold boundaries while at the same time can be nurturing and connecting and affectionate. I think I get a lot of that from being a mother, right? So but aside from my own personal, my personal stuff, there is a certification. There are certification programs out there where people can learn again, because this isn't just about cuddling. This is about learning good boundaries, having good communication skills, asking for what you want, being able to tell someone no in a way that, it's gentle but firm. Those skills are difficult. Most of us don't have them. So you want someone that you can, again, have that dynamic with, someone who's professional, who understands what the intention is. Yes, please get some sort of certification or education if you want to do this.
I'm just wondering, do you go to cuddlist school? Do you get a PhD in cuddling? And what in the actual F? Get a boyfriend. Get a dog.
Oof. All right, so right there's some assumptions that are made that I think are really important. One, that this is, and he'll say this in a second, that this is like, women are doing this because they can't get boyfriends, right? Or, and I want to say, just for Ben's sake and for his audience, those who see this, that the majority of my clients are men, right? So maybe you would tell them, well, then get a girlfriend. And I don't think he would say that. I think most men know that it's not easy to, again, if dating is difficult, it really is difficult in our society. And then even if you have a relationship, oh my gosh, if you have a girlfriend or boyfriend, or if you're married, how many of my clients who've been married for decades can't get cuddling, can't get touch? So, okay, that is a completely irrelevant argument. It doesn't match with reality in any way. And get a dog. I don't know, if you think that dogs replace humans, I think that's fantastic. What an easy life you can have. But I don't think many of us would agree that a relationship with a dog or touching a dog can replace a human connection. I just don't think that anyone would actually say that, but I could be wrong. But I think the majority of us would say that human connection has an advantage. While dogs are great and cats are great, I don't think they have the complete package for us. So let's continue. Ben, what do you have to say?
Seriously, people, You know what's happened? We've so much separated sex and touch from emotion that now we're trying to put those things back together, but without actually forming an emotional connection with the person. You have to hire the person in order to cuddle you.
There's so many things about what he just said that I just find faulty, but we'll go through it. He says that he believes that in our society we've separated sex and touch with emotions. I don't think that's true. I don't experience that. I think we've separated, hopefully. I mean, I think I'm moving in this direction. Sexual touch and platonic touch. Hopefully we're getting that process, but I think emotion is in both of those. I think all of us are very, very emotional beings. And so I think he's saying that we like the idea of hiring someone is taking the emotion out, a little bit. Put the video down. And so that's not what I'm experiencing. Everyone's showing up with their full emotions. And what I find is that people that come see me are actually more deeply connected to their emotions. And that's why they need this outlet. So going back to, I feel like I lost my place a little bit. Yeah, I think I need to go back, but oh well. I'm not seeing it, Ben. I don't think that hiring someone means it's a devoid of emotion. There is emotion in all my sessions, and up to the point where people are experiencing deep grief and loss and tears, and some of it comes out in that kind of way, or being ecstatic and being high and feeling so great in life. That's the results I'm seeing. I'm not seeing an emotionless, separateness activity. In the video, I will admit it seemed kind of devoid of emotion. Again, I don't know if that video was the best depiction of what my work looks like. Actually, that's not what my work looks like exactly. Like the faces, if you're trying to study their faces, it's not perfect, but okay, moving on.
I mean, like when guys used to do this, it was called a whorehouse. When women do it with other women, then it's just cuddling because there's nothing sexual going on, I guess. But it's like it's a random person that you're hugging. Like, what in the world?
Again, he's saying two women, assuming this is women's things that women do. That's not what's happening. It's mostly men. Just want to clarify that again. I think women are interested, and I have female clients, but it's not. No, that's completely wrong.
I think we're going to need to toughen up, gang. I think we're going to need to toughen up. I'm not sure Western civilization can survive the onslaught of reality if you're hiring people to lie next to you and cuddle you who you don't know.
So toughening up, I don't think that's ever a solution in our society. He says here that we've separated emotion out of sex and touch, and that toughening up means that we shouldn't experience any touch. I mean, or any kind of emotion. I think that Ben is a little confused about what it looks like to have emotions and to have needs and to ask for what you want. Goodness gracious, things are popping up on my screen. Sorry about that. You didn't know a little bit about my life. So I can see that he's confused about how this all works.
What in the world? Okay. All right. First thing that I hate. I meant to do this last.
I'm going to take that off now and stop sharing video and stop showing you all the things that I do in my life on my computer. I just thought this was really important to kind of go over. And again, if you have comments, if you have questions, if you're one of those people out there that think this is gross and weird and how dare anyone and you hate this, I'm like, part of me would love to personally ask you, are you getting enough touch in your life? Do you value touch? Is that something that you need? I think it's a projection. When we look at something in our society and we attack it, it's because we don't have it. I don't know Ben's life and his relationship with his wife, but I can say that that's usually when we're angry. That's the reaction. It's because we don't have the thing that we want in our own life. Again, plenty of marriages are in the same boat. I have compassion for that. All right. Thanks to Ben for the video. Thanks to y'all for watching. I realize this is kind of a long one, but here we are.